Hey, how's it guys, and welcome to my channel. I haven't been around for a couple of weeks. I've had a few issues. One of them being, I don't know if you guys heard, but South Africa has been experiencing some really bad weather, including 3 tornadoes, 2 in 2 days. So a lot of destruction and damage to property, etc. Also, the storms haven't been where I live, but what is happening is that the clouds gather, the air is warm, it's quite windy, a lot of circulation takes place, the air gets very charged up, and then the lightning just happens, knocks out a few electricity boxes, and then the wind just blows it away. So our network actually has been quite bad. And besides all of that, the cell phone towers and containers where the companies, keep their batteries and set up their whole system so we can have that network, is now the target of criminals. Apparently, those batteries are very well sought after in the black market, or should I say on the black market. And criminals are actually stealing these batteries, which are worth a lot of money, in the couple of thousands. And apparently they sell it for just like 800 Rand each. But it ends up costing the cell phone companies a lot of money to replace the batteries, which in turn drives the price of, airtime and data and things. So it's a lot of problems that I've been experiencing besides, living my own life and all of that. So I'm back. And now I am really upset with flat earthers because, in the time that I haven't made a video, I've still been filming my sunsets and things, as you can see, still watching YouTube when I could, and obviously learning a lot, making questions and finding the answers, and obviously trying to understand it, because things like quantum mechanics and heavy math calculations and things, it's a little bit difficult if you don't have that base understanding. So not that I don't understand, I really understand, but I want to make sure that I understand it correctly, and I don't want to really misconstrue. And there are certain things I'm skeptical about in the scientific community, but I won't talk about those now. For now, I just want to talk about our Earth and the fact that it is a globe, and I have proof. And together with really being angry at flat earthers, I am also sort of angry at scientists, because as smart as they are, and I know that they want to, convey all that information that they are uncovering to us, the public, but sometimes the way they do it confuses certain parts of the population, and then they take it and run like crazy, screaming flat earth or whatever conspiracy attached to flat earth. So sometimes the scientists must maybe just try and get some layman friends and say, listen, we have to convey this message. How can we do it so normal people can understand? And obviously one of the things is the Big Bang and something coming from nothing. Now, the Big Bang is not a scientific term. It was coined by some guy having a radio interview talking about the hypothesis that if something like that happened, there should be some kind of evidence. And obviously we know that people later on went on to discover the cosmic microwave background radiation. So scientists must maybe just come up with a better plan to explain to the layman what's going on. Another thing I would like scientists to think about, and maybe think about how they're going to reword it, is that space is a vacuum. Because now recently, a couple of weeks ago, and I watched wonderful person Anton talk about this, is that they are seeing more and more of what is going on in the universe. And from what I understand, every part of space, or however they calculate it, like per meter squared or per kilometer squared or per light year squared, however, there are particles in there, molecules or electrons or atoms, or it may be very sparse, but there is no such thing as a vacuum. There are existing some minuscule parts. So between how scientists explain what they are finding out and how flat earthers, for example, perceive that information, the words that scientists use have to be very carefully chosen as to not confuse the masses. Like, for example, earlier this year, when actually scientists knew about it for like the past 30 years or something, but they needed more proof. And finally they were able to release the results, and that is the extent, the distance of our atmosphere. And we now know that it's more than double the distance to the moon. And the scientists have shown this, but the way they explained it made flat earthers even more confused, and then started insisting that the moon is in our atmosphere. Technically, the moon is still in our atmosphere, but in reality, it is still approximately 384,000 kilometers away, and sometimes as far as 401,000 kilometers away. And my other favorite topic, the second law, or actually all the laws of thermodynamics, including closed systems and containers of high pressure to low pressure, and how it will work only a certain way in a certain situation. And this has led flat earthers to think that, where is the container? Where is the container? But actually, there were no containers before the laws of physics. We made the container and then applied the laws of physics to the container. But for some reason, flat earthers are confused by this. So maybe the scientists can find a different way to explain that our atmosphere has a gradient because of gravity. Now, I've heard a few other examples of so-called physicists or scientists explaining certain things in certain ways to confuse the hell out of people who may not know the context of the stuff that they are explaining. Like saying that cosmic dust is akin to cigarette smoke. I think that is ludicrous, and scientists should definitely find a different way to explain things. So guys, we are here at my globe earth proof. These are sunbeams. Towards the bottom of the screen are the trees and then the clouds, and then I decided to take a real-time video shot of these sunbeams, and I'm telling you guys, they go from horizon to horizon. I am not kidding. So sometime late last year, I heard one of our favorite flat earth debunkers, I'm not sure which one, but he was bragging that his daughter caught this kind of image with her cell phone. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, oh, maybe I can do it also. And please, may I remind you, this is in the southern hemisphere at 25 degrees south latitude. So I am even below the Tropic of Capricorn, and this is my sunset. So now I have to ask flat earthers to please explain this to us, if they are worth their salt. They will come forth and take this video and use it to explain to us globeheads or globetards why this is happening. I can tell you why this is happening. Because the sun's light is wrapping around a globe. Plain and simple. The earth is a globe, and the sun's rays are doing this. So I honestly need flat earthers to come forward and explain. And I think I can be bold enough to call out people like that guy, and Richie from Boston, Donnie of Daytona, Jeranism, Nathan Thompson, especially for what you just did to Team Skeptic. Come forward and explain these sun rays going from horizon to horizon. I'll wait. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy.